Believe it or not, I spent more than 10 minutes just trying to find this GorillaPod. But now I have it, and I'm super duper happy.
Actually, I feel like there are a lot of those are just
Teas not
based from the questions that I really hope that there would be
in general. But
based on the question of the day.
Hello guys, it's Sebastian. Welcome back to my channel, and it has actually been a hot minute, a spicy one, since the last time that I kind of like just talked with you guys, and now that I'm doing it again, I'm just feeling super duper excited to make a lot of cuentos for you guys. And yeah, because this week has actually been like super duper stressful. Like at the beginning, I had like 13 to-do tasks that I was able to finish everything. But also during this week, a lot of activities had been posted like in the middle of the week. So yeah, with all those combined, I probably finished like 16 activities this week, and I know that's quite draining, but you know, just like any other thing, it also needs to be done. So that's what I did this week, and I'm just so happy that I did, because I just have a bit more time to rest now. And yeah, if you guys didn't know yet, by the way, I am currently studying in St. Louis University in Baguio, but of course everything is still online. However, I'm very hopeful, and I just hope that there would be a face-to-face classes soon. And I'm taking up the program Medical Laboratory Science, and I chose it because of the school's standing when it comes to the program that I just said, which is Medical Laboratory Science. And yeah, is it easy? Of course not. But you know what? I'm actually enjoying it. Our professor told us, I loved how she placed it this way. She told us to find one thing that is fascinating about the human body every single day through our synchronous discussions. And with that, our motivation would be boosted. And that perspective like really changed my viewpoint as to where I stand when talking about motivation. Just because I feel like in general, this college life is already hard, and on top of that, we are in this online classes setup, which makes things harder. So it is super duper easy to get unmotivated because A, you do not have that angle of separation when you just could not designate sometimes a workspace from a space where you could just rest, you know, do all the stuff that you enjoy doing. It's hard to do that in this online classes setup just because everything is just in your house. And B, having to wake up early, getting dressed, and you know, all the process that is involved in face-to-face classes just gets you in the right mindset that, oh, I need to learn today. You know, you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? But basically, that's just how I've been viewing it. But of course, feeling unmotivated, I feel like is inevitable in life in general. But what I do whenever I feel like I'm already leaning into the side of feeling unmotivated, I just remind myself what my goals are. I would daydream about how my parents would probably smile when I'm already successful in life and I've already graduated college, I have a job, etc. How I would just daydream about the life that I'd want for myself. And of course, I would not want that to end up just being a thing that I daydream about. I want that to be a reality. So I feel like that's a thing that motivates me also. But I also feel like study habits do play a role, like a vital role in determining one's level of motivation. Just because I feel like if the study habits that you currently have are like just draining you more than you are learning, that could result to you feeling unmotivated most of the time. But if you have a set of study habits that just aligns with how you work as a person, like how you retain information, how you digest them, basically how you are as a person. If you have a set of study habits that align well with who you are, you would surely have like an easier time of finding motivation, because you would just know what to do, or you just know what would work the best for you. For example, if you would be needing to read a 50+ pages in just 2 days, you would already know. Maybe you work better when you read at nighttime, at morning, or if you just read the summary and later on go in details, like working backwards. But I don't know, honestly, I feel like it works differently per person, given that, you know, none of us are all the same. But what I would like to do is I first read the module and using my iPad, and of course I highlight them in GoodNotes. After that, I would write key points in my notebook, and on another notebook I would be writing there all of the stuff that are discussed during our synchronous meetings, because more often than not, most of the information that are being let out during our synchronous sessions are the ones that aren't available or that you cannot just see in the module itself. So yeah, it is also important to listen during synchronous sessions. So yeah, write your notes, folks. And yeah, what I'd also like to do is I use flashcards, but like not paper. I just use an app or something that could just serve as like a flashcard. For example, like the definition of it would be in the back part, and like the main word would be on the front page. But that works the best for me whenever I have like a new word or a word which I'm just like not familiar with. I feel like a lot of the things that I do are just like the mainstream ones, but basically that's all of that. And also highlighting really works for me, and just memorizing the parts, the human body parts for our anatomy and physiology for our lab. Whew. Good thing we're not tasked to like memorize all, but sometimes I still find the need to familiarize myself with it, even though I'd not fully memorize them. But as long as I'm familiar, then that could also help making me navigate things easier in the latter part of this program. And I don't know if this might sound weird, just because I know that a lot of people do group studies, like online group studies and all that, but I feel like I just cannot work in that environment. I feel like, just because I have the tendency to just talk to them about life and not about academics anymore, that, you know, it would just be sharing stories, etc. So yeah, what I like doing is just studying alone, just because I feel like I retain more information better that way. This is why it's also good to experiment on study habits, so that you would just know what methods would work the best with you, with the type of person that you are, your attention span, and all of the other factors that also contribute to just feeling motivated, feeling focused, feeling less of those two. And yeah, hopefully you would be able to find the perfect study habits that would align with who you are as a person in general. And I hope you've already found it. And yeah, there's actually a lot of things to consider when talking about academics in this online classes setup. That's why it's so hard to keep your sanity together. But what I do is I de-stress by either just resting all day or working all day, except I'm doing things that aren't academically related. By this I mean I could, you know, fix my room the whole day, fix my cabinet, fix my closet, also order stuff online, Shopee. But I still have this toxic trait where I view rest as a reward more than a need, more than a necessity, which is like not good at all, because for you to be able to, you know, get better each day, you also need rest for you to have more energy and all that. But yeah, given that I see rest as a part of my reward system, that is actually just not good. But yeah, that's why I'm still having a love-hate relationship with rest. You're not resting today, so you could overwork tomorrow. Just need to rest every day, I feel like. However, that's the thing I'm having a problem with, just because I have this mentality wherein if I could finish a lot of things today, I would just have more time to rest tomorrow, the next day, and the list goes on and on. However, you know, teachers could post numerous activities in a day, but that doesn't equate to also you finishing all of those in a day. You know, just that simple. But I'm still having a problem with it. Honestly, during college, the things you just want to do to de-stress are activities that would not require you to do much, aka just resting or listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, also listening to songs. My recent go-to song is Favorite Crime by Olivia Rodrigo. For the past months, I've just been playing Sour on repeat, and I just cannot stop myself from doing it. And the other one is Norway by The Brummies. If you guys haven't listened to that one yet, listen to that one after watching this video. Wait, I'm feeling a bit thirsty, so let's drink, shall we? We shall. Come on, let's drink. teas are an essential part of living. That's why I would like to thank Lipton for sponsoring. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I am back and I'm just casually drinking my tea just because I don't drink coffees much, just because if you guys didn't know yet, I have GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. That's why coffee is not like the #1 drink that I have on my list, just because I just don't drink it. I haven't even tried drinking alcoholic beverages ever since I was born. Anyway, based from the questions that I still have to answer, I cannot find ways on how to connect them anymore. That's why during this part of the Q&A, I would just be reading them one by one and answering them, just like how a usual Q&A video goes. So I would read some of your questions and answer them. What are your pet peeves? Oh, first of all, I don't like people who chew loudly. Ask my dad about that. He would 100% agree that I do not like people who chew loudly, who drink loudly, who just people who are too loud when it comes to eating and etc. Actually, I feel like there are a lot, but those are just the only ones that I can think of, just because those are like my top pet peeves. And yeah, that's it for my pet peeve. Do you budget your finances? If yes, how? Oh, I was actually supposed to answer this a while ago in the Shopee part. However, I was not able to remember it. I forgot about that. That could have been a smooth transition. Anyway, I just have like one rule that works. Like, I don't know, it just works for me. That's why I decided to just casually do it. Wait, my head is cut. All people problems. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, anyway, for example, when I would buy like an item, the remaining money that I would be having upon buying that item should also be enough to buy that same item. But it depends on how expensive that item is. Like, but what I'm saying is that, for example, when I would be buying a thing, for example, an AirPods, it's like 8,000-9,000. Before buying that, I need to have like twice the price of the AirPods first, so that I would still have like an X amount of money by the time I'd be able to buy one. That is actually what I did when I bought my AirPods like a few years ago when I was still in 10th grade, 11th grade, I forgot, but yeah, that's what I did anyway. But for example, in bigger purchases, like amount that would exceed 20,000 pesos, for example, like let's set that value. So if ever I would be buying a thing that exceeds 20,000 pesos, at least I would still have 10,000 pesos by the end of the time that I'd be able to buy a thing that is worth more than 20 pesos, so that I could still have a money and not completely go broke just because I want to buy that thing so bad already. So yeah, that's just like one thing that I strictly follow whenever I buy new things. But yeah, I'm actually planning to do like a podcast episode about this. If you guys would want to, make sure to comment it below, because actually it is in the list of the podcast topics that I could possibly cover. And yeah, that is basically just it for this Q&A video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and also comment down other video suggestions you'd like to see me do next. And yeah, that would basically be it. This has been Sebastian, and I hope that we can spread love a little more often. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe.